What's up, everybody? It's Carl with Han365, and today we're going to unbox and set up the 9.5-foot Arachnophobia Spider from Home Depot. Let's not waste any time. Let's open this guy up, see what we got. We have the head that has the control box on it. It's labeled A. We have the abdomen labeled B. The cap here in the abdomen, that's labeled C. The front first left leg segment labeled D. The front first right leg segment labeled E. We have 3 of the first left leg segments labeled F. We have 3 of the first right leg segments labeled G. 2 support poles labeled H. This tiny little base labeled I. We have 4 of these second left leg segments labeled J. 4 of these second right leg segments labeled K. 4 of these third left leg segments labeled L. 4 of these third right leg segments labeled M. 2 mandibles labeled N. A bag of these fur covers that's labeled O. 4 stakes labeled P. The small parts bag that has screws and an Allen wrench, it's labeled Q. And the adapter labeled R. So now that we've seen all the parts and pieces, let's get to putting this guy together. So it looks like we're gonna start by connecting the head and the abdomen. Keep in mind you're gonna wanna connect 2 cords from the head to the abdomen. And side note, it'll be a lot easier if you take this cap off. It actually gives you some room to put your hand in there and put these 2 poles together. Then once you've got these 2 together, if you look in here, there is a hole in the pole that you're gonna take one of these screws and this Allen wrench, and you're gonna tighten that screw into that pole. And then you can put that cap back on. Then you're gonna take these front first leg segments for the right and the left, and you are going to connect them right here. And then once they are connected, as you can see on here, there is a hole for that screw. So you're gonna take one of the screws and you're gonna tighten that up with that Allen wrench. So now we're gonna take the 3 first left leg segments and we are gonna do the same thing on the left side of the spider. And just a pointer, it helps to kind of thread this in a little bit before you put that in, because there's not a lot of room to reach your hand in there with the screw after you put the 2 poles together. Then you're going to do the exact same thing on the right side with the 3G leg segments. Now we're going to take the 2 support poles that are labeled H, and we're going to click lock each one into these 2 poles that are coming out of the kind of the belly of the spider. Now we're going to take this tiny little base and we're going to just click lock it right there. Now it says it wants you to plug in the adapter into the spider. So now it wants you to put the legs kind of together separately before you attach them to the spider itself. So you're going to take J and L and you're going to just kind of put those 2 together just like this. And then you're going to take one of those screws and you are going to put the screw right here and tighten that with that Allen wrench. And you're going to do that for all 4 of these left legs. Now you're going to do the exact same thing for the right side with K and M. So now we're going to flip the spider so that it's on its base. Oh, there's a bee on there. Oh my God. Scared the crap out of me. All right, so we're not going to flip that on its base yet. There's a giant bee on there, and I'm not a fan of bees. So we're just going to hang out here for a minute and see if that bee decides to buzz off. It's a big ass bee too. The bee clearly doesn't know it's about to be in a spider web. Crazy. Come on, bee. Go get. Go. Oh no. Oh no. The bee just fell inside the spider. Oh Lord. The bee just fell into one of these holes. Oh good God, you gotta be kidding me right now. This did not just happen. Well, I cannot find that bee inside this guy now. So I'm going to attempt to flip him and see how that goes. All right, so we're going to take this piece that we've already put together. It says it's L2, so we're going to go and we're going to attach this L2 to that L2. And if you look, there's a spot here that you're going to take another one of these screws and you're going to secure that with the Allen wrench. Now you're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Now we're going to take the two mandibles and we're going to just kind of stick them right here up front. It looks like they just kind of push right in. So, and then you've got these fur covers that you can just kind of slide up and kind of put them to kind of cover up the joint areas. All right, finally got them together. Let's check him out, see what he does. So this guy just came out for the 2025 season here at Home Depot. He was made by SVI and his price was $349. It says he's 9.5 feet, but they don't really specify in what direction. So he's 9.5 feet long, probably from one side to the other. If you need the box dimensions, because the box is massive, check out the video description. I've gone ahead and I put it there for you. And then he doesn't really have a lot of phrases. He just kind of has some kind of menacing music and he kind of makes some terrifying spider sounds. He does have multicolored eyes and his body kind of changes colors and whatnot. So let's go ahead and let's take a little bit of a closer look at this guy. All right, so this guy actually wasn't too difficult to put together, really. It'd be a lot easier with two people, but he was probably one of the easier animatronics that I've put together over the years. He's really cool looking, I'm not gonna lie. I love just his look. So one thing that I think was a miss with this was I would have liked to have seen these two front legs here kind of move a little bit, just add some functionality to him, because all he does is kind of make that noise, and then he does light up and he changes colors, but you can't really see it right now in the daylight. So I'll have to record it here in a few hours when it's dark out. But you know, the other thing that I did notice is that the colors that change, you can't just put it on like a single color. That's another miss, I think, is, you know, if they would have had it where you can put it on, like say the blue or the red, and just left it on there instead of it being kind of a rotating list of colors. I would have liked it to, you know, where you could do like one solid color. So, you know, aside from that, like I said, it was very easy to put this guy together. It was probably one of the easier animatronics to put together. So I never got the other Spider that Home Depot came out with, so I don't know how this one compares to that one. So if you did get the other Spider, the other giant Spider here a couple years ago, let me know your thoughts on how you liked that one and, you know, what he was like compared to, say, this one, because I would be very interested to know. He probably looks a lot better at night, so I'll probably wait and video him a little bit when it gets a little bit darker out. So this looks way better at night. As you can kind of see, it lights up and it kind of changes. It goes through like a rotating color change. So it'll go like purple to blue to kind of a reddish to kind of a multicolor, maybe like an orange. It looks like a green or a yellow. So it changes colors, which it does give it kind of a cool look. As I mentioned earlier, I kind of wish that it had a little more functionality. I wish that these front, you know, legs kind of moved up and down a little bit or something. But, you know, it does have some pretty cool, you know, detail to it. You can kind of see his big old butt over here. But You know, you'll have to let me know your thoughts. What do you think of this guy? Is he worth the $350 price tag? You know, is the one from a couple years ago a better option? So leave it in the comments. Let me know. So there you have it, the 9.5-foot Arachnophobia Spider, fully unboxed and assembled. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, smash that subscribe button. Also, let me know your thoughts on this guy. Did you buy him? Are you planning to buy him? How are you planning to use him in your haunt? Throw that all out there in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, happy haunting. Cheers.